Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, and William Byron are just a few of the Hendrick Motorsports drivers with whom Denny Hamlin has had disagreements in recent years. The seven-time champion and the Joe Gibbs Racing driver had a few incidents while Jimmie Johnson was still competing, but they always resolved their issues amicably and never had a history of hostility. But Jimmie Johnson's return to NASCAR just had a different impact to Denny Hamlin. Why is it? Let's find out. Hello NASCAR fam, and welcome back to NASCAR Live. But before we begin, subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. And let's begin. Johnson's return to NASCAR in 2023 was covered by Hamlin in a little video clip he released this week to promote his new podcast, but it wasn't what you might have expected. The JGR driver strongly blasted the new co-owner of Legacy MC for coming out of retirement, implying that he will struggle and as a result tarnish his legacy, rather than being pleased to see 7 times return. If there was ever any doubt about Denny Hamlin's impression of Jimmie Johnson, just watch the 2019 Cup Series contest at Kansas Speedway. Just before Stage 2's finish, the JGR driver let up on the throttle and enabled the number 48 car to re-enter the lead lap. Reporters afterwards asked the HMS driver what he thought of the action. "Honestly, if he thought I was a threat, he wouldn't have done it," Johnson stated, so there is respect there. And I do feel there is respect off the track, but out there on the track, there's just another level of respect you have to earn through racing hard. And I guess because I didn't seem like a threat, he let that slide. Since Johnson and Richard Petty made the announcement in November at a press conference where they also revealed that they were co-owners of the newly renamed Legacy MC, fans have unsurprisingly expressed excitement over Johnson's return to the Cup Series. Johnson's return to racing is unquestionably good for the sport, but his coming out of retirement has called into question whether he is eligible for the Hall of Fame. Todd Bodine, a 2-time winner of the Truck Series, is one of those who thinks Johnson's comeback to competitive racing should postpone his induction. In a sample of his upcoming Actions Detrimental podcast, Denny Hamlin, who has won the Daytona 500 3 times, gave his honest opinion on Johnson's comeback to NASCAR this week. Although he has never expressed his feelings on Johnson being inducted into the Hall of Fame, he was frank about it as well.
I hate it. I hate that he's coming back. Just because as the guy that, I just put on this pedestal of like unbeatable, just super talented, like he was the guy. And I always said, I raced in the Jimmie Johnson era. Like, damn it, I was so unfortunate. How many championships would I have if I didn't have to race against him?
Right.
I guess I don't know what the motivation is for him because he's got such a strong legacy and a strong resume. I hate tainting what I'm going to think about him if he comes in and struggles, which is the most likely scenario.
What happens if Johnson struggles? It is possible that Johnson would struggle, as Hamlin suggests. The driver is well past his peak at 47 years old. In the past 5 years, or the last 3 times he participated, he hasn't taken home the Cup. On the plus side, the number 48 pilot finished 10 times in the top 10, including 5 times in the top 5 during his final season, 2020. However, Johnson is up against a number of challenges this season, including his advanced age, the length of time since his last Cup race, and the new next-gen vehicle, which he has only driven a small number of laps in at Phoenix's testing facility. Despite these obstacles, Johnson wants to be competitive but probably doesn't care as much about the outcome as Hamlin does. He will get an opportunity in the 2023 season to interact with his supporters and let them express their gratitude for him, which he was unable to do in his final season in 2020 since COVID left the stands empty. If Hamlin views Johnson's circumstance in that light, he should be able to enjoy racing against the champion while simultaneously enjoying the final races of his Hall of Fame career and partying with the crowd. So what do you think of Denny Hamlin's reaction to Jimmie Johnson's return to NASCAR? Let us know in the comment box. A 17-year-old NASCAR racer who was a rising talent was killed in an automobile accident. Fico Gutierrez, a young driver prodigy, and his elder brother Max, who is also a driver, were both hurt in a startling collision on Sunday outside of a competition in Mexico. At the scene, Federico, also known as Fico, was declared dead. Max, 20, was injured, but not in danger of dying and was flown to a hospital in Mexico City. Fico won the 2022 NASCAR Mexico Challenge Series Rookie of the Year award after becoming a star in the Mexican Truck Series. Max has raced in the U.S. like his brother Fico, but he currently focuses on the top Mexico NASCAR Series. In a public remembrance, NASCAR expressed its sorrow to the Gutierrez family. Federico Gutierrez Hoppe's passing left NASCAR devastated, the organization said in a statement. During this sad time, the Gutierrez family is in our thoughts and prayers. Max's Truck Series team AM Racing also issued a statement in the wake of the heartbreaking information. In a statement, AM Racing expressed its deepest sympathies to the Gutierrez family on the passing of their son Federico. Last season, Fico frequently joined his brother Max trackside, and we will always treasure those memories. Fico was a valued member of the AM Racing family. Our thoughts and prayers are not only with the family, but also with Max during his recovery and grieving process. Chris Knight, a NASCAR reporter, told Fico about his encounter. I met Fico Gutierrez in 2021, and he was so grateful to have the opportunity to race in the U.S., Knight wrote. His huge smile and polite demeanor will be my greatest memory of him. I am keeping the family and especially Max in my thoughts and prayers. R.I.P. Noah Gragson, a fellow NASCAR driver and a friend of the brothers Max and Fico, posted Rhett Jones Racing's statement on the driver along with a note of his own. I was heartbroken to learn about Fico and Max, have grown to be close friends with them. I'm praying for Max's recovery and for the Gutierrez family, Gragson wrote. Federico Gutierrez's family was sent a message from Rhett Jones Racing expressing its sincere condolences, according to the company, in addition to being a formidable rival. Fico was also a devoted friend and a lifelong member of our racing clan. We'll miss him terribly. We continue to think about and pray for Max as he heals and goes through his grieving process, as well as the family. Meanwhile, the NASCAR Oval Rain Package has just received formal approval. Race days around the nation will no longer be immediately affected by rain. Few things are worse than a rain delay that ruins a wonderful sporting afternoon. Over the years, NASCAR fans have grown all too accustomed to that sensation, but the series is prepared to make an effort to change that in 2023. This is due to NASCAR recently approving the Oval Rain Package it had proposed for usage on shorter circuits. In October of last year, RNT was the first to report on the prospective addition of the Oval Rain Package to the series toolset. Jeff Gluck, a contributor to the Athletic Motorsports, was the one who first learned about NASCAR's decision regarding the package. According to Gluck's article, if the weather warrants it, the series will use the package at the following tracks: Clash, Martinsville, New Hampshire, North Wilkesboro, Phoenix, and Richmond. The Oval Rain Package might also be used on other courses, such as IRP and Milwaukee. The NASCAR road course events will continue to use the same rain package for the Oval as RNT previously indicated. This implies that it will come with accessories like a windshield wiper, flaps behind the wheels, Goodyear rain tires, and rain lighting attached to the back of the race vehicles. All of the tracks where we might see the package materialize are on the shorter side. None of them go more than a mile in length. In the event of inclement weather on the track, this helps to ensure that speeds remain controlled. The package isn't intended to completely prevent the chance of a rain delay. It is also important to note. Drivers still shouldn't risk it in any standing water, and authorities may still need to take action. Nevertheless, the wet oval package ought to make it possible for drivers to return to the track more quickly than they were able to before. Fans and broadcasters will benefit from that. With NASCAR having finally made progress toward a wet weather fix, it's difficult not to experience some sense of relief. The package may not alter the significance of rain delays in sports, but it gives teams a better foundation from which to build. We can only hope that it's not a tool that needs to be used in 2023. On the other hand, NASCAR forbids actual wall riding, saying we will punish that act going forward. Last year, Ross Chastain pulled off a real-life wall ride, but NASCAR warns that no one else should do it. Ross Chastain, a NASCAR driver, made headlines last year when he employed wall riding in real life to advance 5 positions and establish a lap record in the Xfinity 500's last turn, a skill he reportedly learned on his GameCube in 2005. It was a daring, reckless, and stunning maneuver, and today NASCAR declared that no one should ever attempt something like again. In a statement, NASCAR noted that Chastain's run around turns 3 and 4 at Martinsville Speedway in October of last year made for an entertaining finish as the number 1 Chevrolet gained 5 spots in one set of corners, earning enough points to advance to the Championship 4. Despite being exciting and widely praised for its originality, the move also carried a higher risk to one's safety. That is a legitimate point. If anything, it is understated. The 2022 Xfinity 500's average speed was 113.5 miles per hour, and NASCAR race vehicles are heavy. According to NASCAR regulations, cars must weigh at least 3,300 pounds, which is more than a 2023 Chevrolet Malibu 4 curb doors weight. If you want to make a joke about driving in circles, just remember that it's incredibly dangerous to ram a vehicle like that into a corner wall while moving quickly. Because of this, NASCAR declared that it doesn't need to create any new rules to stop such incidents. Instead, it will begin enforcing those that already exist, particularly Rule 10.5.2.6.a. Safety is a top priority for NASCAR and NEM. Therefore, any violations deemed to compromise the safety of an event or otherwise pose a dangerous risk to the safety of competitors, officials, spectators, or others are treated with the highest degree of seriousness. Safety violations will be handled on a case-by-case basis. Furthermore, as wall riding is not safe in real life, anyone caught doing it in the future will face a time penalty, which will negate whatever profits they may have made. As a general rule, we're going to take that seriously if there is an act that we feel affects the safety of our competitors, officials, and fans, said Elton Sawyer, Senior Vice President of Competition for NASCAR. And we will punish for that behavior moving forward, basically a lap or time penalty at the end of the race. So that move at Martinsville would be a penalty, said the official. It was a bit unexpected that NASCAR authorities didn't make this decision as soon as Chastain admitted to doing it on purpose, but it's understandable if they were rendered speechless by shock and perplexity, given how weird, and let's face it, stupid, the act was. However, even before the rule was clarified, there was little chance that NASCAR Cup drivers would suddenly start performing absurd gaming tricks. Chastain declared after the race that he would never attempt to wall ride again because it was not enjoyable. And that ends today's episode. We sincerely hope you enjoyed the video. Please click the like button if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see even more of our incredible videos. Hit that bell icon to be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video.